All right, I guess that finally I'm able to log in. I think finally I'm able to log into my desk. I'm sharing my screen. Do you guys see my screen? You don't see my screen yet? You guys see, right? Yeah, I'm sharing it now on the Discord as well. So one thing at a time. Perfect. All right, so here you go. I'm sharing my screen here as well. So now you can see here as well. All right. This was a hectic. I was basically online from 7 o'clock and I was waiting for them to come. I missed the whole short. I wanted to short close to 59.70, but I was not able to because I don't have access to my dress data chart. So I cannot see everything. So I just avoided it, shorting it. But anyway, let's look at it. I mean, we already have a 9 o'clock here. So good morning, everybody. Welcome. We had a fabulous session last night, discussing about the struggles of each of the traders, and we are creating some plan to make them more consistent, all of the traders. So those who are interested, I'm gonna share the details, with you guys. First, I wanted to take uh, the confirmation from our founding members, and then I will go to the other members as well. But I'm looking forward. That will be our flagship program. Those all of you guys who struggle to be consistent, I think that would be the game changer. I'm gonna spend my personal time on all of your success who is going to join, and the spots are limited because I'm spending personal time, so I don't have too much time. So I wanted to keep it only for the 10. And then that's is going to be, and I'm going to share the detail. It's going to be a 16 weeks detailed program. And my aspirations are that if those who join, I wanted to take only the committed people. And my aim is that I want over 80% consistency to wanted to achieve from that program. All right, so let's get back to the screen. So see, what happening in the market is really truly unbelievable. Market has beautifully up. We saw that while we were in the session yesterday, we saw the ES is touching 6,000. And now, unfortunately, what I don't like it is that market has, selling off and retesting again the 59 level and rejecting it. And basically we have missed the very good entry here. So we really need to see today how we're going to find the entry. Definitely the rejection of 6,000 and we are unable to get the right entry. And if you look at it here, we can clearly see that the market is slowly grinding down. Um, so that basically that's, I basically call this the, you know, down, is a U shape, but it's basically in the opposite direction. So market move up and then it's consolidate, fails, and then come down. So it's basically a U shape down movement. So likely if the move we consider the starting here, so it's just close the gap. Likely we have a small range here as well from the yesterday. So likely mark ES can come down here as well. But definitely, always remember market still in the uptrend, extended on the upside, very beautifully moving up every time. Tried to retest 6,000, did the retest, tried a couple of times going long. If you can see here how many attempts it made, we can clearly see here attempt one, attempt two, attempt three, attempt four, attempt five, and then finally at 4, close to 4 a.m. basically start selling off. Um, and I think the NQ would not be any different if you look at the NQ, same U shape. And if you look at the daily, look at this, NQ still have the room. to go down and close yesterday, almost 250 points. But this looks extremely bullish if market retest and then make and leave the bottoming tail. So if we come back here and then leave the bottoming tail, man, this is going to be extremely bullish. And remember, today is 29, so only 2 days are remaining for the month end. So if you look at the monthly and see how monthly is closing. So if you look at the monthly, can you believe this? The monthly. This was the April, and we were here in the first week of April. Now we are 1 April, and now we're in the May, and just 2 days remaining in the May end, and then we are retesting it the January 2025, basically, if you look at it. We are already way above. So if it's, I think this is the 5th of November where the president took over. And if you look at it here, we have already way above from those levels. How beautifully we can say that this is the higher lows on the monthly and then moving back up. Market didn't give a chance to any single one of us to think, reflect. And if you recall when you were in the chat room, um, you know, when we're looking at if you look at the daily, if I will remind you that we made a lot of money here when market was going long. We didn't like trading here. We made the money here as well. And this again consolidation, this when the first dip came in, we made a lot of money here as well. So, market give you the money in the pocket. So the pocket needs to be identified, making sure that you identify the pocket, you keep an eye on the pocket. And I think that today's pocket would be that maybe market may a little bit pull back, a little bit retest, and who knows that it will pull back today and then immediately pull back up as well. So today only 2 days are remaining um, in closing, and a lot of traders, investors are still underweight. They have not fully invested. So there's a lot of room for the market to go up. I was reading some other day on the CNBC, and they were talking about that there is a $15 billion inflows are coming every day. So extremely bullish sentiments, a lot of mutual funds and assets are still not fully invested. So if they're not fully invested, that's basically so if they are not fully invested, that really means that the you might gonna see every dip is going to go buyback. Any question, guys? Yeah. So then, what you're using the Thinkorswim or you're using directly from Bookmap? Are you using the Bookmap through the Thinkorswim or directly from the Bookmap? Okay, so I don't know. Maybe there might be some setting we can reconcile. You can check here. So not this one. So if you look at these studies, and you can look at it here. This is my cumulative CVD settings, and you have a question on the heat map. So let's look at the heat map. So this is my heat map look like. And I don't think so I've changed anything. This is just the default setting. Show me your snapshot. Show me your snapshot. When you say liquidity, I can just, I will just compare quickly. Okay, let me check quickly. Yeah, for sure. And we can, okay. So do, because I think maybe you have opened the M and Q. Go to NQ. Give me the snapshot of NQ because you're looking at the MES and MNQ. So that might be the reason. Yeah, because the snapshot he shared is MNQ, so it's not never gonna match. It's a different instrument. Although it's a proxy of NQ, but it's still a different instrument. Meantime, it's open. Just give me 1 second. I will be back. Uh, and if you have any questions, just get ready and then we'll ask. Okay. All right. All right. Let me check. Okay. So your NQ, yeah, your 6170. Yeah, I think you're right. NQ is for even NQ is look a little different. I don't know. Maybe after the call, maybe you share with me the settings. We'll see. Maybe you have maybe there's some in the visualization setting. Just like I said, basically I set a heat map dimming, and maybe you have seen the full all the way to the end in the heat map setting. That may be the reason. Um, so we'll set. I will share with my settings, and then we can reconcile it. Uh, Mine is basically a default setting. I have not changed anything here. All right. So morning AGK, Alex, David, John. Guys, if you have not liked or give a thumbs up on the YouTube, I really appreciate if you can just go and do that. That really gonna help us. Yep. All right. Okay. So I think the market will give us the opportunity today. We just need to wait very carefully. Given the market has moved a lot and then came back a lot, so it's just really means that It just really means that we need to be cognizant because now market came back into the range. And when market comes back into the range, we need to be extra cautious about the execution. Uh, you know, so we need to see, and we'll look at the structure and we'll evaluate and we'll trade then. And also one more thing that I um, created the another Bookmap video, and I'm going to release it on 11 o'clock today. So I would really appreciate if you can continue to watch it. Okay, so wait for it. I'm gonna in just few minutes I'm gonna launch it there as a premium, and yeah, I know you guys have enjoyed a lot my last posting on the book map. So you're gonna learn this much. This is as well as so I'm basically identifying that how you can look at the absorption and identify the trade by looking at the CVD and then the aggressive buyers and sellers behavior. Right. So from my perspective, let me just look at the levels now. Let's look at 30 minutes. We clearly see this is a pre-market low on a 59.40. 59.40 was also the yesterday high. If you recall, it was holding it very nicely. So if we go for the long setup, I want a uh, clearly I want ES to hold 59.40. If ES could not hold 59.40, then I will not go long. We'll look for the short opportunities. Similarly, if you look at the 30 minutes on the NQ is still far. So anything, if it's hold 21,550 and 21,500, there's no reason for us to look for the short. There will be a bounce there and we can look for the longs. But if it fails 21,500, then we can look for the short side setups. Any question, guys? So right now, I think it's pretty much nicely holding it. Still have 15 minutes, so we need to see how we can how does the market do in the last 15 minutes. Why you guys so quiet? Yeah. So I mean, I agree. So what I do if I need to ever trade MES, I still look at the ES and NQ, and even for the book map, I only look at the ES and NQ. But yes, I can trade that. So yeah, I agree. I don't look at the order flow in MNQ. It may be the same, but the main instrument, since the main instrument is ES and NQ, I only look at those. All right, so we'll see here the market is bouncing, at least trying to bounce. Way below the VWAP is 5970. Um, and if we look at it here, right now it spies on 592, which is just above the yesterday high. And NQ is way above from yesterday high. So uh, bullish in the market, and this might show these little bit of the uh, pullback. And right now we seems like we are getting a pullback, nice pullback, 15 minutes before. This is going to be an important candle. Let's see how does it closed. Still watching it. And all of you have basically checked the book map video, or some of you have not yet checked. And it's still 9 minutes. Right, still seems a little weak. Yeah, I was asking that 50 if it can hold 59.60, but it's rejecting at this point. And right now is the British flow in the market. All right, so here you go. I'm sharing it with you guys. So 11 o'clock, I'm gonna release it. I would really appreciate if you're going to watch there. What I'm going to do, these setups, I'm making sure that you guys watch it and I'm just collecting the feedback and I'm not going to keep it for long. I'm going to remove those bookmap series, but I want you to check it out. So 11 o'clock today, I'm going to release this. This is one of the very nice video. You're going to love it. It's going to improve your learning for sure a lot. So 30 seconds. Good luck. And let me just remove these, just set it up everything. Okay, market seems weak. I'm really looking for some good trades today. Uh, as we said that as far as it's over the 59.40, we shouldn't be looking for the short entries. Uh, we'll look for the longs, but still the bearish momentum. We need the flow to change. Right? So first move down, retesting the pre-market low. No entry for me. I'm still watching it, observing right now. Even with all these move, market is still above the R4. Can you imagine how extended was the market is? Not yet, Rohan. We're still looking at it. Market just opened up. So still watching it. Market is coming down. The flow is still negative. The question is that where would we join this? There's no significant offer. So it's just breaking 59.40 now. So let's see what it does. I really want this to hold this 59.40. Yeah, we see the first bounce coming in. Sometimes the market gets just really tricky if the SPY is positive and the futures are negative. Uh, if you look at the SPY is almost 1.1% up. Sorry, 0.6%, 0.7% up, and triple Q 1.1% up. And ES and NQ are uh, selling off. Now we have the clear opening ranges now, um, which is basically almost 35 points range. So that's good that we have a good ranges now. Okay. Let's see if we can get another bounce here. I'm still watching it, no trades. We need to see that whether ES can clean up the 59.50 or it rejects the 59.50. Because if it rejects the 59.50, then we can look for the short. Okay, it's rejecting 59. I want to see the rejection. We can go short under 59. Okay, I'm gonna hold this. So if we can get another bit candle is a bot. These little tails are coming in with the volume. 5 minutes are over. So if it rejects here, we can go. Point is that if we go there short, it's gonna be 6 points risk, and there is a pre-market low here. So not liking it. I'm only gonna like if it's go to the 59.50 and rejects. NQ looks weak. NQ is making another leg down. Let's see how does it. Oh, so watch out if the ES breaks pre-market low 59.40 and retest from the downside on the rejection, then we can go short. But from the top, I'm not taking it because there might be a lot of congestion here between 59.35 to 59.50. So I'm gonna watch a little bit more. NQ is already below the pre-market low, but ES is holding above. Yeah, I want this to break 59.40 and then retest from the bottom for us to go short. So at this point, no trade yet. NQ is slipping. Let's see, can we get the 59.40 from the downside move? It's going to be the 6 points risk, so take it lightly. Uh, Not yet, okay. We want the back test fill. Okay, if it comes down now and fails, then we can take it. Not yet. Okay. Okay, I'm short. Was it waiting for my entry? Yeah, I'm short. See a lot of let's see what it does. If it's I don't like this candle, the way it is holding it. Come on, let's see if it breaks. Come on here. It's breaking down now. Still holding it. 10 minutes are happened. Market is weakening. Um, but I don't like it the way it is holding the pre-market low. But NQ, look at the NQ is already under the lows. But ES is trying to hold back up. And we didn't see any green candle in the NQ. As I said, risk appropriately is we're gonna risk the more than 6 points on this. It looks weak, very weak. The order flow is really weak at this point. Only thing is there's a lot of congestions on the ES side. NQ is just losing it, but ES is just holding a little bit longer. All right, here you go. The trade came in. Come on. So our target would be 59.30. Come on, break. I didn't like it. It pulled back down and then just moved back up again. Come on, 59.30 would be our target. Come on, why is it not breaking down? Come on. It's wanted to break, but there's a lot of orders at 59.35, and sellers are unable to absorb it. I'm gonna a little bit reduce it now, given it's taking too long. Um, Still in the break-even trade, I will reduce it a bit. It's taking too long and holding pre-market low. Very weak flow at this point. The given it is a very strong level, and the problem is that I don't see any aggressive buying, but the aggressive sellers are unable to uh, absorb the passive buyers at this point. So still green trade. All right, 44, 15 minutes are over. This might be the point where it should break down. We want to go to the 59.30 if it's break this level. Yep, come on, go, 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 go. 59.30. Awesome trade so far. Come on, a little bit push more. Just looking a little bit more. Come on, a little bit more. Awesome trade so far. Come on. One more push. I took the partial here. It's taking a little longer because there's an R4 here. I'm gonna hold a little bit here, just the last piece to see if we can get the flush. But there is a R4 here, and it is holding that level. There's a big order on the 5930 as well. All right, here you go. Here you go. The flush is coming, coming, coming. Here you go. Come on, come on. Here you go. Woohoo! Anyone took the trade with me? It's good. I mean, you can always reduce the risk if it's not working, and then you can add it when you see the clear breakdown. Okay, so but now you focus on reducing it because risk management is first. As you get used to, then you just like I reduced it, but then it's moving back in. I basically added into my trade. But right now, you should focus just on reducing it. That's more important at your level than to adding back. So, how many of you guys have taken on the YouTube and on our Discord? And it's still moving, and it's still moving, it's still moving. And it's all 5 minutes red candle. The only thing which I'm thinking right now is this is the afternoon high. Then we have the R4, we might, but the NQ seems really weak. NQ seems really weak. Uh, then the ES. ES is not standing up that much. Uh, NQ has moved a lot. So just Waldemar took the trade with me, no one else? Oh man, Alex. So sorry to hear, buddy. But don't chase it now, okay? Don't chase it now. Uh, because this is on the right now it is on the very close level on R4. It may easily it doesn't matter, AGK, you're just starting out, right? You know, even still small trade will be good money in Indian rupees, right? So enjoy. See, it's not about small trade or big trade. It's just that are you learning it, right? If you're learning it, then the sky is the limit tomorrow. So it's still moving. I'm not in the trade. Uh, and seems like the Q is likely going to close the gap. But since we are extended, there's no green candle. We both are on the R4 at this point. Um, I don't want to chase it. If you look at it, how slow it was, even it broke, but broke so slowly. It seems like that they wanted to come down, but they're not in the rush to sell. How about Miguel? Have you taken this trade? Who's talking? Waldemar, can you close the microphone? Because why did the red trade for you? I don't understand why you guys have a red trade. The momentum is just moving down. And I said clearly, I So I think I basically said it even before taking the trade that this is going to be 8 point risk. So I will see always, and I think let me give you one framework, okay? So you sometime, even if you miss what I said, you still need to look at it. So see, this is a 2 minute framework, right? 2 minutes chart, right? So we entered somewhere close to 59.40 when we said that it's going to, retest the pre-market low from the bottom, right? So look at the structure. What is the high of that structure is? So if you're entering here, what is the high of the previous structure? This. Unless the ES is not unless the ES is not going above the 59.46, there is no reason for you to get short. Okay, what I do basically, I entered with the 5 point ATM, but moment I see the structure is changing, I manually drift it and put it back up. Okay, so it's whether yeah, and whether you missed me what I'm saying that sometimes you can miss it because you maybe focus on something else and you didn't listen to me. But always see before you enter. So for instance, if you're going short here, you look for the what is the high of the previous structure. Okay, so that would be a risk. So if you're, for instance, if you go long here, which I will not go, but if you're going long here, what would be your stop loss? The low of the day. Why? Because that's the previous structure low. Okay, so you can't take here loss. You can take the stop loss here. You have to take the previous structure loss. Okay, so that's why I usually like 5 point. But if you see that good setup and you don't think that market is going to give you that chance, so you sometimes you just adjust it. But if it's instead of 5 to 10, I wouldn't recommend. But even today is a day. Even if I need to take a 10 point risk, I would take it. But I'm looking for 20 points reward. But since the R4 in the previous day close, which is so close within the 10 point, 15 point range. That's why I do not want to take too much risk. Uh, and that's why when I see that it's not moving quickly, I ask them, you guys to a little bit reduce it. So always rule, I'm going to tell that the risk reward, but you always see the previous high and the previous low of the structure, not the one candle, okay? It's the structure. So it's came down, made the low, made the high, then came down. So you're shorting here, that is your previous structure. So always the risk reward will be follow your previous structure. Okay? So that's good. Thank you for asking that. So then, all of you guys know. So now, even before you enter, if you feel like, oh, this is too much, too far, you're not wanting to take that much risk, that's fine. You can pass the trade. But it's better than coming half-heartedly and closing in the loss. See, I don't understand why you guys took it and stopped out on the spike. Because spike never went all the way to the previous structure. Spike has only 2 point spike here. So this candle is 37, is close to 43. So I think this is something I glad that Miguel you asked. So now everybody be conscious, always look for the structure for high and low. Okay, all right, so this is the this is, uh okay, so even that's the case, sometimes even if you chase it, manually drift it, your stop loss, and put it on the previous structure high. Okay, but if you think it's far, is it is if you've already in the trade, now you just take the risk, rather than closing half-heartedly. Okay, so now it is bouncing and we are retesting the VWAP on the Bookmap, and the previous section. I mean, I really like ES to fail here 59.50, to reject it, and then we can short it again. I want the 59.50 to reject. Just give me 1 second. So it's rejected again. My wife came in and I couldn't see that. I missed it completely. I won the 59.50 to reject, but it's rejected very nicely and 59.44. Um, okay, I'm gonna wait. Um, Life always first, right? So, newbie on the YouTube asking that where is the pre-market? So pre-market low is I have 59.40. So if you look at the 30 minutes chart, look at here. So, pre-market calculated from the day changes. So if you look at it on the 29th, the day turn in, it was the high. And before the market opened, this was a low. So 59.40 was the low of the pre-market. It seems like it's making another low here. Um, I'm gonna go small size with a 3-point risk over 59.36. This is a small size because we missed the big candle here, but looks very weak. It might possible that it's gonna just flush it back down the way it is coming down. Okay, so far it's moving well. I want this to flush and make maybe I will start taking a partial on 59.26, and if it's flushed down, then I will take it. But I will closely monitor that is wanted to make the new low or not. It's a small trade because we are chasing it, so always remember. Okay, I stopped out. We'll see any new trade coming in. It looks really bearish, but we chased it, so I don't want to take too much risk here. All right, is it 10 o'clock? Let's see what that market does. Market flush down or move back up. NQ, ES both looks really, really weak. I will re-enter it here with the same risk reward with a small size. I don't see any big orders here, and market is weak. There is no buyers at this point. People want to take the profit. I will just give a little bit breathing room. I will give us the pre-market low is the stop loss here. NQ seems really, really weak. Um, oh, I think that's the reason. Because okay, I'm going to, I'm sorry, I missed that. So I'm closing is on the break even. Basically, I think uh, the NQ is at the 21,500, unless it doesn't gonna break, uh, ES is not going to break down as well. Um, so I'm watching the NQ at this point. So I think this is a strong NQ is at a strong level of 21,500. It doesn't want to break further down. So I'm flat. I don't have any position. We'll see. We'll evaluate in the next few minutes. It'll look weak, but I think the NQ is holding it. So yeah, no, so the way I look at it basically from the basically a day perspective, not the 6 p.m. perspective. So for me, the day pre-market is basically started from the 12 p.m. That's the way I look at it. And so yeah, I think it's that some people use it differently. For me, the pre-market low is basically also happened to be the high of the yesterday, which is close to 59.40 if you look at it. Very slow, is unable to break that. I see the aggressive orders coming in, but not enough to absorb all the orders. Okay, ES just NQ just broke. Just broke down happen. Just nicely flushing down. There's a lot of orders on 59.20 at this point. Very, very good in the money right now. I'm gonna start. I took the first partial in 59.22, and I'm gonna, trail the next order. It's likely gonna go to 5,900. So I'm just gonna keep rolling it. It seems like it's going to close the gap. So I'm looking to see if we can go close to 59.15, 5,900. Any of you guys entered with me? Oh, very good night flush. Nice. Good job. So nicely flushing down. I'm gonna trailing it. I'm not gonna lose this. It's going. Oh, very good. Oh, 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 very nice. Come on, give me partial. All right, I close it. Oh wow, what a beautiful trade. Woohoo! Don't tell me again that you have not taken it or you turned red and you missed it. Oh wow, it's still moving. I'm not in the trade, but look at this. It seems like it's gonna close the gap. The initially I was thinking it's gonna go to 59.05. That I think that was likely happening. Um, did you guys take it or no? Come on, I need to hear. Come on, YouTube. Come on, Discord. What a beautiful, beautiful breakdown. Wow. All right. Very beautiful. Look at this just fall on the 5 minute charts. Oof. Beautiful. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. We should have taken this. This is a perfect trade for the NQ to break down. We should have taken the NQ. This 80 points drop. Rather than the ES drop, this is an NQ drop, basically. So AGK is asking, let me see here. So what's your question, AGK? So it shows S4. Oh yeah, because you're so don't look at MES, look at the ES. So I don't look at the MES. Oh man, this is a really big fall and it's still falling. You guys are not taking it's nobody else. John, Dan, David, he, JD, no one took the trade. Yeah, you did it, Dan? Oh, I basically said it right that the once NQ break 21,500 will take the breakdown because NQ is basically holding it back. So I closed the trade and once it flushed the NQ flushed it, then I went and shorted. I think I said it clearly that we're gonna wait for the NQ to break. Oh, so okay, so I basically call it that I'm closing the trade, but I'm gonna watch the NQ. If NQ fails 21,500, we'll go short. My bad. You guys have missed it. So remember, if you recall, we went short here, and I say when it started not doing anything in 10 o'clock, I say I'm closing it. My bad is that I didn't see that it is holding above the 21,500. And I say the moment we're gonna lose the 21,500, that's when we're gonna go short. So moment it broke down here, I went ES short uh, on this trade. And it just basically becomes the gap closure. So right now, we are very close to closing the gap. NQ has almost closed the gap. ES still has to close the gap. And once we close the gap, there might be a bounce coming in the market. So NQ is just about to close the gap. So NQ is holding again the gap closer. Let's see what it does. Where is this level coming from? The previous low. There might be a bounce when once it's closed the gap. So we'll see that. Still the few points are remaining to close the gap. But I really appreciate if you give a thumbs up, those who are watching on the YouTube. Uh, and those who are in the chat room and Discord as well, if they wanted to give a thumbs up, I would really appreciate. I explained that. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I explained it. So, I basically look at it that as a day changes. Some people look at it from 6 p.m. I look at it as a calendar day. So once the clock turns, that's the new day. And before the market is going to be the pre-market low. Because I wanted to tie back with the cash session. You know what I mean? Because we are looking at the New York session. So that pre-market low after the day end, that low will match with the New York session SPY and triple Q. But if you're gonna look at the 6 p.m. one, it's never gonna match with the SPY. So I wanted to match with the SPY and triple Q because that's where in the regular session, that's where the liquidity comes from, right? So mutual funds, they're not buying futures, they're buying SPY and triple Qs. So um, So yeah, so that's the way I balance it. So if you look at it here, so see, this is the pre-market low. We have the 59.40. And if I show you here the SPY, you can see here the SPY uh, on the 2 minutes, if you can see here, if you look at the 2 minute, there's exactly where, remember, it was this pre-market low is just hanging around here and same here on the ES. So that's why I wanted to match my futures with the SPY, and that's why I use the calendar days uh, rather than the 6 p.m. And if you can, I really appreciate maybe if you can just type in, maybe, in case someone wants to look at this chat later on, they can see the comments. If you can just explain it there, what I just said. Yeah. Just say just simple ones that the Sean uses the calendar day just to match the futures with the SPY and triple Q New York session. If you use the 6 p.m., then you cannot match that. Okay, right now market is holding close to R3. Um, I'm just saying if we can get the another flush, uh, and then I'm willing to buy the dip if we get the another flush in the 5-10 minutes. So Nvidia also close to 140 now, coming down. Tesla retest is 368. Apple is 204, coming down as well. So how do you guys find our group? Anyone found our group through the YouTube? So AGK, how did you find our group? Alex, how did you find our group? Okay, there's another flush is coming. Okay, so we're getting another flush. I really want this to flush go and then we can get that one dip buy. Let's see the book map where we have a new orders coming. We have next support. I don't see any support, man. The book is just empty. What happened to the buyers? There's no buyers. Okay, 5,900 is the next support here. 5,900 and 21,350. Can you imagine? It was just close to 21,800 just the last night. Not buying the dip now. Wait, okay. Still, I don't think so. It's ready. There's another flush I think can come. Yeah, but I'm not chasing it. I'm not taking on the short side. But I'm not interested in going long either. So guys, don't forget to watch. I want you guys to all of you to watch this 11 a.m. Uh, uh, premium telecast on the Bookmap because if you're gonna watch immediately, I release the algo generate some algorithm and then they push the more viewers. But if you're gonna watch it later on, it's just not gonna generate the momentum. So I want everyone to watch end to end. It's not too long. It's just the 5 to 7 minutes of video, but you're gonna like it. You're gonna learn a lot. Um, so it's 59.10. Let's see if we can get the 5,900 pullback. Yes, there is a link. I just posted that link. Let me just repost it here. Uh, so this is here. So if you let me see if I can re-forward this. Forward. I will just re-forward it to the lobby area. So I re-forwarded the at the lobby area as well, and I'm going to repost here as well. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, and Miguel, if you can post the same link on the Bookmap as well and the LiveEdge YouTube channel as well, and say that this is a link. If you can watch at 11 a.m. is one of the kind Bookmap learning video. All right, so market is making a bottoming tail. If you look at it, there is a double bottom on the prior day close line, close to. Um, so, even though it is, but only thing I don't like it on these reversals, I wanted to see a little extension. Given it is just pull back just few minutes ago, therefore I'm not really, I don't really think that it's ready for the bounce yet. So even though it is holding it, but I don't feel comfortable going on a long at this point. I want a little bit more extension, or if it doesn't extend, if it start moving back up, then I need the bull flags. But it is bottoming. But I don't like this kind of a bottoming reversals. You know, I will tell you the story. Okay. Uh, you won't imagine my 50% of my losses comes when I was learning. It came from the reversal trades. Uh, and I can tell you that for the new traders, reversal trades are poison, are like poison, and in a poison in a way um, that it will damage your psychology. It will let you do the overtrade, revenge trades, and it all comes on the reversals, either on the upside reversals or downside reversals. Okay, my my sincere advice to all of you: if you want to save yourself from the troubles, just don't look for the reversals, okay? Look for the trends. The trend is down. If you miss this trend, then it's fine. Uh, the worst thing you can do is to chase and look for the reversals. I cannot emphasize enough that just one thing will change your trading completely. If you just stop reversal. And I wanted to, raise your hands or do something and tell me that how many of you are think that from their risk reward or loss perspective, that yes, they also have lost tons of money on reversals and blew up multiple accounts in just reversals. Tell me. One thing what I hate about is this sound. Do you guys hear this sound? Yeah. All right. So I think nobody wants to share the bad side of it. Uh, so we're looking at the bouncy, but I don't like those bounces. Look at this is the half-hearted bounce. ES is still not reached to close the gap. NQ was setting up for the reversal, but they were not extended on their chart. So if they're not extended, then I don't like to take those reversals. It can still be work, but yeah, but I just don't. I'm not interested. Now remember, after this fall, ES candles are being expanded now. Now each 2 minutes candle, if you look at it, is almost 6, 7 points. So you cannot take the similar risk, okay, what you have taken in the morning. Because of the expansion now, even one 2 minutes candle is almost 6, 7 points. So don't go into the trap of 5 points risk. Now there is no 5 point risk. Any trade you will take it, you need to wait for a very strong consolidation. Otherwise, you're going to mess up in your risk reward. Now, this ES is not the same ES. That's a nice pullback coming in. I'm not in the trade because I don't like those reversals. Still the 2 minutes before the 10:30. I'm happy with the results today, so I'm not really keen as well taking one more trade. Um, but I was really hoping to get the reversal, but reversal on my own terms, not the market's terms. So one thing you can be you if you do this, you there's another way you can be consistent that you make money from the market based on your own terms, not based on the market terms. So market give you the candles, but if you don't like it, don't take it. You only take it what you like it. I don't know, it's hard to, right? Because it's a free money. Oh, you say, oh, it's already moving. Why shouldn't we go long? Market is, but market can move against you as well. And that's exactly happened with few of you guys, right? We all showed it, but it spiked. It's you chicken you out and then moved in the direction. But you never joined back because you chickened out. So I think this is a place where market needs to decide that they wanted to come one more time down, or uh, this pullback has some legs. So this 30 minutes are over. Now look at beautifully. It's very important at this point now. Can it hold 21,450, and also the on the NQ on the ES side 5920. It's going to be fun if they can go back and retest the VWAP and then come down. All right, rejection came in. Let's see what it does here. I will just wait for a couple more minutes. All right, so another leg down. Let's see what it does. Does it make the lower highs? Or this is basically, uh, so now see we have a low, we have a recent high. Now question is this a lower high or it is the just another drop coming in? So if this is a lower high, then we can look for the long trade. One of the indication when the market is so weak, market can never able to claim the VWAP after the open. So if you look at it today, today is almost half 1 hour and 30 minutes is gone. Market has not even retested even once the VWAP. So that is the very bad sign for the market. It could be the whole day sell-off day. Today you might not gonna see any bounce as well. Given the market has not any pullback yet. So this is a chance for the market. If market cannot claim VWAP before 11, it is unlikely it's going to hold it. Initially, if you remember in the pre-market, I was talking about that market was looking some pullback here. So it may just close completely and close at 58.90 or 5900. You might still see some pullbacks, but not enough um, to retest. So this is an important level to see that market has not yet claimed the VWAP since the market opened, and it's almost the hour now. Not even once. If you look at it, not even once it reclaimed. So this bounce looks good. It seems like it is the lower highs. If somebody wants to go long, you can go 5 points risk, 16 and 21. I'm in with the small size. Let's see, can it claim here and make the new high of 59.30? So as I said, this is making the lower highs now. I went small size, so it's low, it's high. It seems to be at the higher low, and I'm likely wanting to see this is the new high here, which is to retest 59.30. Okay, NQ looks stronger. Let's see. This is important area now. Can it claim 59.25? Okay, it's struggling to break 59.25. I don't like it. I want there's a 50 SMA as well. Uh, there's some moving averages on a 5 minute. So um, come on, it has to break 59.25 in order for ES to reclaim 59.30. Okay, so it looks good now. Can it claim? All right, okay. Moving very nicely, very nice trade. Pushing higher now. Let's see if it can push 59.30 because market has not retested the VWAPs even once. If this is a chance for the market to go and retest the pre-market high, so it looks good. As I said, low. Why the color is really bad now? Yep, so this is the low, this is the high. I'll just take the yellow. The low. Do you guys see my pen or you don't see my pen? Okay, this is better. Okay, so I don't like this rejection. This rejection just really means that the market is not ready. Our stop loss is still below this high, so under 59.16. Do you see that how did I read the structure? So for me, this is the low, this is the higher high, because this was the previous high, and this is I think is a higher low if you're right, right? And I enter here, and I want this to make the new high. But if it fails here, and I will take the stop loss. Because if it fails here, it just really shows that that this higher high failed and market came back and then boom, there will be a big leg down. So we don't want to get stuck into the big leg. The moment it's gonna come here and fail, we're gonna stop out. We're gonna bail it out. Still green on the trade. But look at this candle on the 2 minutes with the doji. So it doesn't look good. It has to reclaim. Okay, it has to reclaim now. If somebody is in with the long trade, and if it's break 59.21 and they wanted to reduce it or stop out, they can stop out as well. Okay, I didn't like it. It's failing. I'm gonna stop out. And I'm stop out. I think there's another leg down. Seems like market doesn't want to come down. Market doesn't want to go up. I see the Bookmap aggressive seller as well. This seems like the another leg down. Market wanted to go extend. I'm close to break even and to close to here. It moved a little bit 4 points in our favor, but then came back down. So it seems like that the market wanted to uh, make that another leg down. But I don't want to take it because we don't know uh, how far it is going to go. We have a lot of supports here in the 5,900, 21,450. So, but yeah, but market looks bearish for sure. But if market has reclaimed any time in the future, that will be the long place. If market can claim this, so if you are in the trade, you just look for the exits. Okay. Because I think it can break down anytime. All right, let's close the session. Any questions before we close the session? We will run the poll. I'm very green today. We had an awesome, multi-points rundown. I know some of you guys have messed up in the first trade. Perfect. Okay. All right. Awesome. All right. So any question, guys? And don't forget to watch the 11 o'clock video. And yeah, and appreciate you guys supporting us on the YouTube as well. If you have not, give a thumbs up. If you can give a thumbs up, and always keep it open on the side on your cell phone. That will just help us to get a little bit more hours, and it will attract the other users the way the algorithm works. Awesome. All right, I'm just gonna close the session given you guys don't have any questions. Mm, there you go.